want to hear about what's going on in Texas, because it seems that not only are you doing great things for blockchain and Bitcoin here in the state of Texas, but also might be doing some work that will help other states around the country. So I'd love to hear more about
Absolutely.
that and how maybe we could help with the Blockchain Association.
No, well, first of all, welcome to Texas. It's great to have you here, and we're excited to have you in the great capital of our wonderful state. And look, at the end of the day, my belief is that the states really are where the real ingenuity and opportunities are really being created for our citizens. Washington, as you know firsthand, is so broken and so difficult to work through to get things done. And the states, we can do things on such more nimble basis. Yeah. We can move things quickly. We can, and I'm not saying it's easy. It's certainly complicated in the states as well, but it's a much better framework. We're closer to the people. We're closer to our citizens. And therefore, I think we have a better pulse of what's taking place. And, you know, here in Texas, of course, we're a citizen legislature, which is also very unique and very special. So we're all have lives outside of representing our various districts. Myself, I'm a business person. I have colleagues that are physicians and a couple that are teachers and everything else you can imagine in terms of occupation. And I think that keeps us very real and grounded, that we come here for 140 days every other year in session. And of course, the governor can call us into specials. And we really focus on a very solid number of things we've got to get done, right? I mean, with 4,000 plus bills filed, you've got to really be laser focused on what your big priorities and objectives are. And certainly things that advance the economic strength and robustness of Texas are things that are very important to us. And it's why I was blessed to be able to author a couple pieces of legislation here in the 21 legislative session that have really taken Texas to another level when it comes to, one, broadly all of these digital assets, and also specifically, you know, a framework for looking at appropriate utilization of blockchain technology.
No, that's amazing. It's interesting. So from where I sit in Washington, D.C., you know, for the most part, we focus on federal, but we do like to keep track of what's going on at the state level. And recently this year, we actually made the call to go into New York because they were moving some legislation there that would essentially ban any new Bitcoin mining. I think it's notable. Everyone I speak to in the mining space is coming to Texas. And you didn't even need legislation for that, right? It's just the absence of bad legislation that seems to make this an attractive place, combined with the wind and everything else.
That's right. That's right. I mean, of course, the absence of bad policy makes a big difference, but also having a regulatory environment we put in place in 21 that gives predictability. It's a very light touch in terms of regulatory framework. We had to work with all the stakeholders to get there. That was really what the focus of this last session was. But that really is the engine for allowing people to be comfortable about investing capital. Yeah. And we want to be business friendly. We've always been the most open for business state in the country, and we're serious about that. And so, you know, as a guy that believes in federalism and that the states matter, I love that Wyoming was doing a great job. But as a proud Texan, it was time for us to leapfrog Wyoming. And so that's what we tried to accomplish in the 21 session. And I think we made tremendous strides in that regard. And so I'm excited about working with you and the National Association, because together we can do so much good to make certain that the other states are following our guidelines.
Well, it's really amazing to me that you can look across the spectrum of the Bitcoin, crypto, and blockchain industry, and signals that benefit one sector are also received by the others. And I just think it's a wonderful job because you've managed to attract everyone across the spectrum, right? From those that are doing Bitcoin mining to software developers that want to be here and work in Austin, where many are already here, but many are visiting today. And I think it's absolutely fantastic, and really congratulate you on all that you've done to make this an attractive place.
Well, look, it's been a tremendous, really the honor of my professional life to serve Texas in this capacity in the legislature and try to make a real difference, right, on all the various topics that are before us in the public policy domain. But at the end of the day, if we're not creating an economy that is growing faster, from my perspective, than the other 49 states, and then frankly, than any other country in the world, which is really how I judge ourselves, then we're not really able to maintain our low tax rate, our low regulatory environment, and be able to take care of our people. And to provide the kind of opportunities that we do. And that's why our economy has to be second to none. And that's why we really focus on this in a passionate way and want to continue to make really wonderful advancements in the next session. We'll be coming back to session. This building will be alive and kicking, so to speak, in January. And we look forward to continuing to advance the agenda of making certain we're putting in place good policies that help minors and help folks that want to play in the digital assets. I mean, all these new frontiers. Texas always wants to lead, whatever it may be. If it's innovative, we want to be the leader and bring more creativity and opportunity. And that's what we're trying to accomplish.
Well, best of luck to you. If we can be supportive in any way, we'd love to be able to do that, but really, really appreciate your leadership in this space.
Well, thank you. It's an honor, and I look forward to working with you and the association more closely in the years to come. So thank you for being here in Texas.
All right.